Thanks for joining us here on NewsNation Rush Hour. I'm Nichole Berlie. We want to give you a live look at Capitol Hill, where the House committee investigating January 6th just concluded its 7th public hearing. And in the final minutes of today's hearing, Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney made a startling claim about former President Trump. NewsNation's Evan Lambert is live in Washington. Evan, what did she have to say?
Nichole, Cheney said that President Trump called one of the witnesses that we have yet to hear from. That person apparently ignoring the call, contacting their lawyer and the committee. Cheney saying that the committee takes very seriously any attempts to influence witnesses and that they reported this to the Department of Justice. In the 7th public hearing of the committee investigating the January 6th riot at the Capitol, the committee pointed the finger squarely at former President Trump, alleging he incited the deadly violence that unfolded that day.
President Trump is a 76-year-old man. He is not an impressionable child. Just like everyone else in our country, he is responsible for his own actions and his own choices.
In newly played testimony taken last week, former White House counsel Pat Cipollone testified that he, former Attorney General Bill Barr, and former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows all agreed that by December 14th, when the Electoral College meets to vote, the president needed to concede his election loss.
If your question is, did I believe he should concede the election at a point in time, yes, I did.
But the committee said its evidence showed that President Trump went forward anyway with his plan to stay president, including taking a meeting on December 18th that a White House aide called unhinged, where outside legal advisors suggested the president order the military to seize voting machines. And with this December 19th tweet saying, "Big protest in D.C. on January 6th. Be there, will be wild."
This tweet served as a call to action, and in some cases as a call to arms.
Then the committee presented online posts from groups they defined as violent, racist, and white nationalist. Some commenters telling people to bring handcuffs, shields, bats, and pepper spray. A rioter who pleaded guilty on charges stemming from the 6th and was shown on cameras entering the Capitol said he was encouraged to be there by the former president.
Basically, the president, got everybody riled up, told everybody to head on down. So we basically were just following what he said.
Hours before the hearing, President Trump criticized the committee on Truth Social, saying in part, now they're just going with this hoax, which is as true as me trying to strangle a Secret Service agent from behind. Nichole, the committee will have another hearing next week, but we are not sure about the exact day. Back to you.
All right, Evan Lambert live for us. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.